Today's October 18th, and of course, I went to the hashtag No Kings protest. It was great. So many funny signs, so many people out there, and the crowd is getting bigger and bigger, and you can feel the energy. Everything's coming together right now in a really interesting way. We have the Indigenous Day. That is today and yesterday. And then we have this No Kings. And there are so many things, of course, that people are upset about. Basically, no kings. This is America. We are now 249 years in. That is why I'm so invested. I want this country to look and feel and be who she was born to be. You are all Americans. You are born into a story. The real story started when the first indigenous arrived. That's 1000 BC. And then we have the 1500s when millions of slaves were brought over under those conditions. So that's a story that's not the same as the 249 story. The one thing that I have noticed since I've been back is that nobody wants to talk about the elephant in the room, how it was all rolled out. So there's this patriarchic energy and the way it is. We have the core values, the universal truths, the sacred story of America. And then we have the core wound, stems from the whole population of the indigenous being wiped out. Then, of course, the core wound of slavery. Stephen Miller and Russell Vaux, they could have thought out the playbook for slavery or for the Nazis to use in Germany, which was the same thing. This type of energy is what we're up against, and it is as old as time. And what we need to do is infuse the new way with feminine energy. What happened to America? And everybody's like, I know, it's so bad. We're so divided. But what can I do? Well, this is what we can do. Because now we're in a moment where we can do something. We have so much power to do something. It's actually like our job. Our Black sisters, they've already been up against this energy since slavery began. We, the people, can connect America, melting pot of diversity, which is our superpower, to her true nature for the first time ever. That is where we are headed. That's what we need to be doing, because what is the alternative? The alternative is watching what we're watching right now, which is, it looks like an apocalypse, but do not be afraid, because we are way more powerful. We need as many white women as possible. This is actually your birthright. You need to connect with me so we can get the ball rolling on this. All we need to do is heal what needs to be healed within ourselves in our own stories. And then we reconnect to them. And then by the time it's 2028, a whole new way will happen, which will be infused with feminine energy, which isn't male or female. This is not gender specific. This is out of the box thinking. Can you imagine how many things can be created if it took us 400 years to get to this place? We could think of some really interesting things to maybe undo or move past, but at least acknowledge and move on. So America can be on her righteous path as she deserves to be. Not to be like held back. Oh no, this is the way it's supposed to go. No, that's not the flow. That's not the way of nature. That's not the way it's supposed to go. The sacred story and the man-made story have now gone off the rails with this regime. It's going to take generations to heal. I don't think it's going to take generations. Not when we do this together with intention, conviction, and follow through. Let's pivot from the America that is to the America that can be. Let's get down with the get down. The thing that you don't want to face, we're going to have to face, and we're not going to make it a big deal. So we can go to all the other communities as allies, as equals. One energy, one story, one race, the human race. So let's pivot 180. Because when America does this, the ripple effect on the rest of the world is waiting for us. The Black community would be so interested in doing this. This is our journey first, just like they're letting us protest right now. I saw actually 2 Black women at the protest today, and I was kind of looking at them like, are we doing okay? It's all connected, guys. It's all connected. Every single issue, every single person, every single thing about everything. And the one thing that's really true is the sacred words in the creed, which is what Martin Luther King was fighting for, which all the civil, equal, all the rights were always about going back to the sacred words. So if we're going to deny that, we're never going to get anywhere. And we need to get her right on the right path. And you, no matter who you are or how important or not important you think your story is very important. You're very important. We need everybody, as many as possible. 3.5 to create positive change. Let's do this.